You ever had that moment where you're filming something epic, only to find out later that your focus was bouncing around like a hyperactive kid? Yeah. Yes, that's the reality of using a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you don't know what you're doing, stick around, because today we're not just talking about its biggest flaw, but also how to fix it. Alright, so before we dive into the autofocus chaos, let's give credit where it's due. DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is an absolute powerhouse. It's compact, crazy portable, and it just feels like having a whole film studio just in your pocket. It can shoot 4K up to 60 FPS, has an insane 3-axis gimbal stabilization, and honestly, this thing just makes handheld look like it's floating on a dolly. And it even has a built-in mic that doesn't suck. You just have to keep an eye on these openings here so you don't cover it with your fingers. So here's the deal. DJI gives you 3 focus modes. Sounds great, right? But they do have their quirks. Let me break it down for you. Number 1 is the continuous focus. Continuous focus is basically your standard mode. It's supposed to track everything automatically you want to film. Think like walking vlogs or action shots, which are pretty dynamic, but spoiler alert, this is where the chaos happens. More on that in a second. Number 2 is the product showcase mode. This one's for all your product reviewers and TikTok creators who will focus on the product you're presenting faster than the continuous focus, and also more reliable. Basically, you just throw something into the front of the lens and bam, instant focus shift to the product. Cool, but definitely not in every scenario. And last but not least, number 3 is the single focus mode, or let's say manual mode. If you're setting up a shot and don't want the focus moving around, this is your mode. It takes a little bit more effort and is not really useful in dynamic shots, but the results, rock solid. Simply press on the subject that you want to focus on, and that's it. Okay, let's jump back to number 1, continuous focus. It's not so continuous. Here's where things get messy. Continuous focus is meant to keep up with your subjects, but in reality, it's like a distracted toddler. 1 second it's locked on, the next second it's off and chasing the background. And don't even get me started on low light. If you ever filmed in these dim conditions, you know it just gives up entirely. But why is this happening? So the Osmo Pocket 3 uses contrast detection for focusing. And it has some troubles with that when there is too much going on in the frame. If you have different layers or moving people, trees in the wind, or even light changes, the system just freaks out. And that's when you get focus breathing, these weird back and forth shots and little zooms that will just ruin your shots. So how do you stop this madness? The good news, it's not rocket science. The bad news, you cannot just leave it on auto and hope for the best. Every time, if it is possible, I would recommend you to switch to manual mode. Tap on the screen or open the app and set your focus where you want it to be, if you're only filming static shots. Number 2, use product showcase mode. If you're filming stuff up close, think product videos, tutorials, or whatever, flip this on. But remember to keep your background simple, otherwise it might glitch out. Of course, if you have the time and patience, you can do multiple shots and just pick the one that is in focus. What you need to know is that continuous focus mode and product showcase focus mode are working quite similar. The major difference is that the product showcase photo, it's really hard to say, product showcase focus mode, will focus a bit quicker on the product in the foreground than the continuous focus mode does. In the continuous focus mode, if you want to focus on something in the foreground, you have to move it a bit more towards the center of the frame. Compared to that, the product showcase focus mode will focus almost immediately if it sees something in the foreground. Also, if it's not in the center of the image, but also more on the left or the right third of it. One more tip, lighting and contrast. The autofocus loves contrast. Just give it strong edges to work with, like shooting with a well-lit background, for example, or framing your subject with high contrast elements. You will be amazed how much smoother it gets. So what should you avoid? Seriously, the biggest mistake, and I also made that in the beginning while filming with the Osmo Pocket 3, don't rely on it. If you only have that one chance for the shot, switch to manual focus mode or take another camera. But if you do have the time and can try multiple shots, then go for it. Most of the time, continuous focus mode will probably give you some headache in post-production. And of course, don't forget to test your setup. Before you record your final video, do a quick focus test. Nothing kills great footage more than if it's not in focus. Okay, so wrap things up. Is the Osmo Pocket 3? Is the Osmo Pocket 3 worth it? Look, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is definitely not perfect, but it's still a great device. Once you have figured out its quirks, like the autofocus, especially the autofocus, you can pull off shots that look way more professional than the size of this thing suggests. You could say it's a filmmaking beast. You just need to know how to tame it. All right, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments if you had similar struggles with the autofocus on the Osmo Pocket 3 before. And if this video saved you some headache, consider smashing that like button and subscribe for more tips. See you in the next one.